Hello, challengers. All right, we're going to pivot for a moment here and talk about a concept that I think is really, really important and will help you not need as much motivation or discipline to reach your goals. And that is, I want to build your ability to trust yourself. If you have great levels of self-trust, you're going to find that the journey is so much easier. It's so much more enjoyable. It's so much more peaceful, less anxiety provoking. And you can see that if you trusted yourself more, you probably wouldn't have to rely on discipline and motivation so much, right? So self-trust is confidence. So in adulthood, confidence is kind of two-pronged. The first prong is confidence is the ability to confide in oneself. What does that mean? It means that you keep the promises you make to yourself. It's your ability to keep the promises you make to yourself. And the second prong of confidence is in adulthood is the ability to figure things out. So you might come across thoughts like, how am I going to keep this up the rest of my life? How am I going to, not quit again and always be starting over? And confidence is this ability to say, you know what? I'm going to figure this out, and I'm going to keep figuring this out forever. And I'm going to become the woman or the man who can count on herself to keep the promises she makes to herself. So let's think of ways in which we can build that self-trust. Let's think of actual specific behaviors that you can be doing that indicate you are a keeper of your word, that you keep the promises you make to yourself. So I'll give you some examples. Creating habits like drinking water and going to the gym a certain number of days. That will build my confidence in myself. And I will now become a person that just does those things. And now I become because they are so habitual, I won't need to rely so much on discipline. I won't need to question myself all the time of, are you going to do this thing that you said you're going to do? I will be able to quit, stopping and starting all the time because I'm a person that just does that. So how can you build your self-trust? Start to make and then keep the promises you make to yourself. I can't wait to hear some of your examples of how you're going to build self-trust.